Yo, what's going on, internet family? We are back for 2021. Welcome back to Hash It Out. And we have come back even with as a bigger family. We now have the beautiful and wonderful co-host Willow with us now. So all they're staring. What's going on? What's going on? We're also back with my man Jake Cotton.
Yo, 2021. Let's get this thing started strong.
There you go. There you go. And today we got a special guest, my man from Chronicle Films, actually. Gary Rackley, how you doing, baby?
Good, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm having a wonderful day, man. I am so happy that you came along and decided to hash it out with the family. Yo.
Man, I'm glad you had me on.
Man, this is wonderful, wonderful. So look, I'm gonna kick it off because I've known you the longest, baby. So I got to ask you this question because this is coming from personal. What made you get out the music game and get up into this little short film industry, man?
The music game. 27 years I've been playing. My first show was in 1993. So I've been doing it for a long time, man.
That's a really long time.
I had a lot of fun, met a lot of people. I don't know, just come to an end, where I still want to jam. I still want to hang out with friends and play some music, but just the whole band life just kind of, I don't know, come to a stop for me, I guess. And I've always thought about doing like a short film. I don't know why, but it's always been in the back of my brain, but I've always was like, that's not my expertise. Music, that's where I thrive at. So I was always scared to. Well, my buddy Kelly, who is my partner for Chronicle Films, he went out and bought this nice extravagant camera. And I told him, I said, you know what? I said, we could film like a little short film with this or something. And he said, let's do it. And that was the green light. That's all it took. I come home and started writing immediately. And sure enough, I wrote my first story and sent it out to Kelly, and he read it, loved it. And I was like, all right, well, he's just going to be excited about anything. That's my boy, And so I let some other people read it. I let some people from Blackwater Drowning read it, and they're big horror buffs. So they read it and they said, I asked them, I said, what did you think? And they said, well, I'll give you an answer on one condition. I said, what? They said, we get to be in it. I was like, done, deal. So that gave me a little bit of confidence. So we went out and dropped some cash and started filming.
Oh man, that's pretty fresh. So you kept it like a family affair because we just got through interviewing Blackwater Drowning a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, no, I watched that. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
That was some good conversation for sure.
There's
some cool people.
Yeah. I've known them for a long time, man, and had to have them on. Had to. They're my peeps. And what was really cool is when we filmed this, we went down to Mount Rest, South Carolina to film it. And it was in November. We filmed on Friday the 13th. And the lake that is on is no lies called Crystal Lake.
Oh, nice, dude.
I said, this is perfect. It's perfect.
So you had that good creepy vibe even going in for you. I got you.
Straight out the gate. Friday the 13th on Crystal Lake, filming a horror film. Let's do
it. Nice. Very
cool. So did you have any previous writing experience, or was this like your first writing thing?
This is my first time. Yeah.
Ooh, where did you get inspiration for this? What fueled this?
I'm a big horror freak. I love horror movies. That is my thing. I absolutely love it. And I've always talked about wanting to do it. Mm-hmm. So I guess that's where my inspiration comes from, is just being a big fan.
That's awesome. Fan. So many people would not even get as far as letting other people read their things. So you're definitely I have good faith in you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because most people really don't get this far. I also act, And really, most people don't get this far. And for their first film, you did a really good job.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate that. You know, I'm very inexperienced as far as like how the lighting works and all that. And so we went out and bought all this lighting equipment, and I'm like, okay, we got it. Do we know how to use it? And so, you know, that was my first one. And, you know, as time goes on, I'm studying like crazy, watching all these YouTube videos and the how-tos and what to do, what not to do. And so I can only get better, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
I think some of the best like practice is just moving things and just seeing what works and what doesn't.
Right. Right. Yeah, I'm excited. I've already got another story wrote. I'm hoping to start filming that in maybe early February. I'm hoping.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
That's really exciting.
I've actually got ideas for another one that I'm fixing to start writing. So the gears won't stop now. They done got oiled up and the green light hit, and now I can't stop.
Definitely keep that fire going. That's what's going to get you somewhere.
Well, you know, I'm in it for the fun of it. I hope it takes me somewhere. That would be cool. That would be a bonus. But it's just like playing in a band. I'm in it for the love of it because it's fun. It's my serenity spot, I guess you could say.
That just gives me even more faith in you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. It's the passionate people that are actually like feeling their stuff rather than just saying, what's going to make me money?
No, never. Brian knows playing in a band, don't go in it for money. It'll never work. Unless you're a cover band and you're going to play at the bar down the street every weekend. But, you know, don't go in it for the money. Go in it for the passion of it.
Oh, yeah.
For the fun of it. Because you go in it for money, you're going to be highly disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. They always say follow your passions and the money follows you. So
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm hoping. Yeah.
there you go.
That's better wording with what I was trying to say.
That was so crazy when we got down there and started filming. I got sick, right? I got bronchitis. I lost my voice, everything. I couldn't yell. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't tell people. I was like tapping my buddy Kelly on the shoulder, telling him what to do. And I'd do hand gestures, you know. That was a crazy first experience. And I still have that lingering cough, and that was from November 13th.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was crazy. Like I completely lost my voice.
That's scary. How long did it take for you to get your voice back?
Not too long after that. I would say once I got home, I went to the doctor, got my meds, got the steroids and inhalers and stuff, and made sure I was COVID free. You know, that was a big scary thing. I'm around all these people and I don't know, you know, I just got sick on the way down here. So,
oh yeah,
but,
no, that's
yeah, that was scary. That was scary in the movie was, but, but yeah, no, as soon as I got my meds and all that, I was good to go. I just, you know, bronchitis likes to have that lingering cough for a few weeks. So.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you actually turned out well. Now, as far as your company, are you going to continue to just be short films, or do you feel that you will actually do something?
Short films. Short films is where it's at for me. Yeah, and unless somebody likes one of the ideas I have and says, "Hey, let's put a budget to this and make it longer," then I'll sit down and I'll write something long. But you know, like a full feature film. But other than that, I don't know. I feel like short films is where it's at for me.
I got you.
And I want to get into eventually. I want to get into doing like filming some music videos and stuff like that for some bands. You know, I've always wanted to do that.
That'd be really cool from like a musician's point of view, because you know what you would want to see.
Right. Yeah, even when I was playing in my old band Black Ritual, I always talked about, you know, I could film it, but I can't because I got to be in it, you know. But I had all the ideas. It was all about finding somebody to do it, and just never happened. So now I can go and do it.
Yeah, now you have the opportunity. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I wish my boy Kelly could be here. I mean, he's got a lot of ideas too, and yeah, good things are coming. It's going to be fun regardless.
Yeah, definitely sounds good. What would you say when you guys were filming? Like, what was the biggest challenge, struggle that you really overcame that was like, oh, wow, I learned something from this. The outcome was great, and it'll show better in the next film.
Directing.
Okay.
Getting the actors to do what you want them to do. That I was so nervous on. I was like, all right, I don't know how to tell them how to do this. I see it in my head, so I would just try to explain it that way. But that, and I was nervous about doing post because I'm the one who did all the editing and all that for it. So I was nervous about doing that. But once I sat down with it, I was like, okay. But I did learn there was some shots that I wanted to do that used effects, and I didn't get to do that because I didn't film it right when I was there. I was like, oh, it has to be filmed like this in order for it to happen like that, and I didn't do it right. Well, now I know.
Well, there you go. It's learning experience, and you're only going to be better from it too, which is awesome. That's part of growing with it. So
right, exactly. You live and you learn. That's for sure.
Oh, definitely. That's with anything in life.
Yeah.
Now,
for sure.
What is the equipment that you're using? Are you using the new iPhone 12 Pro Max, or are you using a DSLR camera? What is it?
We're using DSLR cameras, but I really want to try to do this smartphone film. I want to try it. This Dolby Vision is off the hook, and I played around with it, and I want to give it a whirl. I want to give it a try.
They're super popular.
Yeah, you know what? And I watched some like YouTube short films that were filmed with this phone. You can't tell a difference. You really can't. These cameras are amazing. I went and for Christmas, I got a gimbal for my phone, and now I'm like, okay, now I can go crazy with this thing. I can go run up and down the street. You won't see no bouncing at all. And so, yeah, I'm ready to dabble in some things I haven't tried yet.
That's really cool.
And this phone, I think this phone might be able to help me out. But we did spend money on lenses and everything else for our DSLR camera, so I'm not straying away from that. I just want to try one film. My next film we're going to do with the smartphone. So
that'll be super fun. I'm excited to see that one.
Yeah, it's one actor. That's it. The whole entire film is just going to be one actress. Yeah.
So are you going to edit on your smartphone, or are you going to like download it and do that? Is it going to be all iPhone, or?
No, I'm a edit on. I'm a download and edit on a program I got. So
I feel like
DaVinci, yeah.
I feel like editing on the phone would be a very hard struggle.
I don't think I could do that. That would drive me up the wall. Because I have like field recorders that I use for audio. I've got a boom mic. I got about $1,000 just in the audio part of it. So, I'm not using any audio from the cameras or the phone. I'm using my boom mics and my field recorders and everything else. So I have to edit in my computer.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, it's crazy. Bands are fully producing albums on iPads, iPhones. Now you can do movies. It's nuts.
technology is
Really?
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that Lady Gaga video was filmed off of the iPhone, remember?
Yeah.
That's what came to mind when
Was
you
it
brought
really?
it up.
Like
It looks
a
so
music
good.
video?
Oh yeah, that one with her dancing in the desert with all the
I have
um,
not seen.
oh yeah, I'm gonna end up putting a big thing on the screen because I feel like an idiot not knowing the song and I brought it up. So I'm gonna put it out there for all y'all out there. But yeah, that song right there, that one, yeah, that song was filmed on the iPhone.
That's
The
crazy.
music video looks banging too. Like the quality of it, not like I don't even know what's going on, but I know it looked good.
All that technology can just fit right in your pocket. And
Crazy,
you can make a
right?
call on it if you want.
I know. That is like so amazing. And then with the cloud, it makes life easy. I know when we went to we've been filming off of iPhone since iPhone 7. And what we started doing was we used the iCloud and Dropbox. You know what I mean? So, like we're out here at concerts, and because we get to film, we get to get on the Wi-Fi. You know, the festival Wi-Fi.
Right.
So it's amazing because like you're filming in high def, and then your camera's uploading all this film footage at the same time to your cloud boxes, and then now it's just like you're just continuously dropping films. You know what I mean? And it's just like all this data you get to come home to and then mess with. Technology has been like the best.
Oh yeah. Like I
Best
use
thing
my phone
ever.
when I'm in the field doing interviews for musicians. Who needs a digital recorder? Just whip out the iPhone and you're ready to rock and roll.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Cool. I never even thought about like iPhones being able to like do all that stuff. I'm just like, oh, I can look at memes. Like
That's
that's what I do on mine.
No, it's a great piece of tech. Like for business, the way I've been having to use it,
Mhm.
it's been pretty sick. I actually got not a film, but an interview with a band called Guar, where we had to record where we were talking to them. And there's a band playing right next to us, about 30 feet away from us, on stage live. But the iPhone was directed at Guar, and you can hear the conversation with us without the band, and that's straight iPhone,
Wow.
microphone, everything.
What technology would even like? How do you do that without like editing it?
Super directional microphones.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
like the polar pattern of the mic where it records is just like pinpoint to the subject and that's it. Everything else is canceled.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm learning so much today.
Mhm.
That's like the boom mic that I got. It's a Rode NGT2, I think is what it's called. NGT2.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, everything around it, nothing. But whatever it's pointing at, perfect, crystal clear.
Like
So
even
cool.
this
I was gonna ask about that.
like even
Sorry,
this
go
one
ahead.
is a cardioid mic. Like if I get behind it, I don't sound as clear as I
Right,
do when I'm in the front of it.
Right.
Oh, that's cool. I honestly didn't know that they made mics like that.
Oh yeah. There's so many different variants. It's crazy.
Yeah, for
Man,
sure.
yeah. And they can
And they get
cost between
expensive.
what, $20 to $20,000. I mean, it get ridiculous.
Oh yeah. You're 5 digits in for one microphone.
When I was doing internet radio, like Carolina Rebellion, you know, I was back there interviewing like Hatebreed and Butcher Babies and Suicidal Tendencies and stuff. And I had, instead of using a phone, I went out and bought this like Zoom.
Mhm.
You know, well, it's actually the Tascam DR or something. But little did I know, you just use your phone. Didn't have to go out and spend all that money.
Yep.
Yep.
But which do you think works better?
That Tascam was actually, it did us real good. So
So it was worth it.
I can't really complain that much about the money that I spent on it, but you know, I could have sufficed with just the phone.
That's nice. That's really nice to know now. At least you know for like future projects.
Yeah.
That reminds me, G, what's up with the podcast? You guys still doing that?
Yeah, we are. The holidays were here, and I had been sick for a while, right after the filming and all, and we just kind of put a stop on it until last week, I think it was. We started up again last week, and we get a lot of hits on it, to be honest. A little surprising. I mean, just to be playing unsigned bands,
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, it ain't like a big gigantic number, but it's enough to make us go, okay, we need to keep doing this. So
yeah, I mean, they're not getting local shows in a lot of places, so they're trying to find their unsigned up and comers that are like, okay, who's going to be the next hot thing?
Right.
If you're providing that and people are at home, they'll probably be like, oh, sweet, check them out, so on and so forth.
We've been doing this show for 8 years now. I think it's been.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
We had to build that following, I guess you could say, but
for sure.
It's there. So a little plug, Metal Infusion Radio. Go check it out.
I was just about to ask you.
Links in description. It's all good.
All the time. You know it.
So it's on Spotify. Awesome. Is it just on Spotify? Can you get it on Apple Music and everywhere else?
Apple Music, Spotify. I believe it's on Amazon too. I think so. Yeah. Or you can just go to metalinfusionradio.com and listen to it there.
Nice.
Yeah. We have fun.
How do you get on Amazon?
I use a distributor. Like I upload it to one place and they spread it out for me, and I just pay them to do it.
That's cool. That's awesome. That's super cool.
Yeah, it's easy for me here. Just take my money and spread my music around, or spread my podcast around. So yeah,
super convenient. There's a couple services they just make it so seamless.
It's
crazy.
And the funny thing is my partner in Metal Infusion Radio is also my partner in Chronicle Films. It's Kelly Wallace. So me and him pretty much tag team everything. We played in a band together. We've done the radio show together. Now we're doing this.
And so shout out to Kelly, man. Get better.
So what?
I said, what's you and Kelly's backstory then? How'd you meet Kelly? How did he become your main?
Well, it's funny. Yes, my house was being built. When my house was being built, me and my wife, we and my kids, we moved into an apartment complex, signed a 6-month lease. Just waiting on the house to be built. Mm-hmm. And he was the maintenance guy there, and he comes out to the office. And I was getting in my car and leaving, and he heard the music being played out of my car. And he was like, yeah, I can't remember what I was playing. It was like somebody like Testament or something. It was like, yeah, Testament. And I was like, oh, cool. And we just kind of, after I moved in, we just kind of built a relationship around that. And we've been hanging out ever since. He come to one of Black Ritual's shows, and that was a done deal. And we've been basically best friends ever since, and that's been 2006.
Wow. That's awesome. That's such what a coincidence thing to happen.
Right. It was really weird. Little do you know, when you move into an apartment complex, you and the maintenance man are going to become best friends. So
that sounds like a little bit of fate right there, if you ask me.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And see, I was really into wrestling back then, like WWE wrestling and stuff. And he was too. We grew up, during the wrestling era. He would come over. He lived on property, so he would come over and watch wrestling with me, and that was it.
That's a great way to find somebody, man.
You're right. And now he can't get rid of me.
That's the best story I've heard. Yeah, the maintenance guy, and we just became boys after that. And
yeah.
Road.
Right,
Like
right,
the universe arranged for y'all to cross paths.
right.
They were plans for you.
And now he can't get rid of me. Poor guy.
Always the best friendships start that way.
That's fresh.
Yeah.
So, dude, you were saying that you still like to play music and whatnot. Do you ever think like you just get up and jam and might throw a show here and there? Or what you think?
You know, no.
No,
I think my
really?
show days are over, man. I mean, I might do like a house party with some friends or something, but you know, I had the Queen City Metal Fest for like 5 years, and I literally passed that on. I was like, gave it to Blackwater Drowning. I was like, y'all take care of this, you know, because it built a following.
Yeah.
The last couple of shows, there was almost 800 people at every one of them. So
Wow.
yeah, it kind of broke my heart that I'm not going to be playing that anymore, because that was my baby, you know. The first show, yeah, well, the first show was like 150 people, and then the second one was like 250, and then the third one was like 600, and then it just kind of fourth and fifth, you know, it got up to 800 people, and I loved playing them. That was super fun, but I just I don't really have time for the band life anymore. I got a daughter that's fixing to go to college, and you know, I'm a grandfather of 3. So, you know, yeah, thank you.
We love the gravy. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And, you know, I was spending twice a week away from home doing band practice, you know, and then shows on weekends. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't giving my wife the attention she deserves. So, you know, I
Good
just kind
husband.
of, you know, I got
Happy
to
wife,
balance
happy
life.
life.
Yeah, I got to balance life out. So, you know, I had my fun. 27 years. That was a good run. So now I get to focus on filming, and it doesn't require twice a week, every week. And now I can just sit at home and write a story and say, hey, let's go film this. Spend a weekend or 2 filming it, and boom, it's, you know, it's a done deal. So good times.
Make your own schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always nice being your own boss.
I very much like that.
Yeah.
And then you get to write off like basically family vacation as location shoots. So, you know,
Right.
you guys decide, hey, you know, we need to make this horror film up here at the snow cabin. So we're gonna go to Snowshoes, and we about to rent this little cottage up in here, and I get to write this off as taxes for the company. You know, whole family.
Yeah, seriously.
You know what? I didn't think of that, and I appreciate that, B, because I'm fixing to use that to my full advantage.
Oh, bruh, I'm trying to tell you right now.
Thank you.
Holla at your boy. I will tell you all kinds of stuff you need to know.
And for wifey, if she's an actress, because I've acted and I've modeled for like almost a decade now, you can send her to the spa and write that off because she needs it to be pretty on film.
There you go.
Yep. Written off on taxes, you can.
Actually, my wife was the second assistant. You know, she's the one who made sure everything was clear, and she run what she likes to call the clapper. You know, she said I was.
What's it actually called?
I call it the clapper too.
I also call it the clapper.
So that spa day would be for mental health then, because she's helping you on set. There you go.
Right.
Bam. Written off.
So yeah, now y'all are making it a win for her.
Which in turn makes it a win for you, because she's going to support you even more.
I always will look out for my girls.
That just sounds like a win-win. It just sounds like a win-win right now.
Look at that. You done came on to hash it out, and you done learned something. We done educated you in some business. I mean,
you know what? I'm gonna take some notes. Hang on.
We educate. I mean, it's all good here, baby.
I need to start taking me some notes.
Hey, teamwork makes the dream work.
There you go. There you go.
Definitely.
So
look,
you're an actress, so I'm gonna be hitting you up soon.
Please do so.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, totally. Definitely.
Hey, this is what we do. We make connections, you know.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Awesome, man.
So look, when's the next film supposed to be coming out again? You said what, February?
I think I'm gonna start filming it in February.
Okay.
But this one's the family cabin, the one I just released, that was 10 minutes long. This next one will probably be more like 5. It is going to be what they call a super short. The guy who is one of my idols right now, he goes by Pony Smasher on YouTube. He is the dude who did Annabelle Creation, Lights Out, all that. If you go on his YouTube, he does tons of like short films. That's how he got famous, is he did the Lights Out. I don't know if you ever seen this video where he turns the girl turns the light off and then turns it back on, and it keeps coming.
Goes off.
That's him.
Off.
Yeah, and that video is only like 3 minutes long, 4 minutes long at max.
But it's so scary.
Right, exactly.
No, it's terrifying. I had to sleep with all the lights on. I'm not turning my whole light off.
See, that's gonna be my next one. I want it to be in that kind of vibe. Short like that and just to the point and just try to scare the crap out of you. This one, the first one I released, is more of a thriller. This one, I want to scare the crap out of you. That's gonna be my goal.
I feel like the simplest things are the scariest. Like just like the simple pop out, something getting closer to me because I don't know what it is.
Right. It can be, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I definitely like that.
So I'm gonna start filming that in February. And I'm actually gonna start writing another one that I've already got ideas for. I've pretty much got the cast for, maybe except for a person or two. So I'm gonna start writing for it. That one's probably going to be more of a 15 to 20 minute film. So I'm going all over the place with the timeline. So for the time links.
Would you only ever want to direct something that you wrote, or would you be like willing to like do other stuff? Because I know Stephen King writes short stories and he sells them for $1. He calls them his $1 million babies. Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I did not.
Stephen King writes short stories for kids that are in like film school or people that do short films. Yeah, he sells them for $1. I don't know where, but I'm sure you could look it up.
I'm 100% open.
Yeah,
I don't want to be the only one.
They're cool.
It's like I told Kelly, I was like, dude, write one. Let's write one. Let's film it. And he's got an idea for one. So I told him, I said, write it. Let's film it.
Yeah, always write down any good ideas you have. Even if you don't think it's a good idea at the time, if it pops,
you can erase it.
Because like 6 months later, you could be like, oh wow, why didn't I do anything with that?
Right. So I can erase that. Or I'm glad I kept that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can go either way.
Excellent. Yo, I love it, bro. I love it. So how can people find you when they're looking for you, man? Give us all this information. What's up?
Yeah.
We have a YouTube channel. Just type in Chronicle Films, and you'll see the little clapper with Chronicle Films wrote on it. That's our little icon. And we have, the family cabin is the only video on there now, since we're just now getting started. We do have a Facebook as well. So that's it for the filmmaking aspect of it. Brand new company starting. So and then Metal Infusion, of course, just type in Metal Infusion Radio anywhere. We're the only one. It'll pop up.
Oh, that's cool.
Us. Yeah. So when you type that in, if you see it, click on it. That's us.
So I love it because you keep supporting the up and coming music. So I mean, that's absolutely wonderful. So definitely keep that going, man.
That'll always be in my blood. Always. I was a drummer for 20 years. And guitar player for the last 7, so that music, it'll never leave me.
We was talking about this earlier, so let me go ahead and ask you this, since you're doing film. What are you doing about the whole copyright issue when it comes down to music? You having to write your own thing, or are you finding it from some kind of site, or you got friends? What's going on with that?
I honestly don't know. I have not dabbled into that yet. I don't know much about that yet. I should probably look into that. Once again, thank you, B. You know what? I'm just going to put you on speed dial. All right.
Hey, the company name is Ryze-Up. We're here to help everybody out. So, you know, that's how it works, man.
I'm going to put you on speed dial and keep you right there on my hip.
I hear you, man.
I'm going to be like, B's got some ideas. I know what he does.
Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. You know, holler at me. You know, I'll write you a little ditty here and there, man.
You are the man. I appreciate it.
So how do you find your, like, I'm going to call them new talent. How do you find your new talent for your metal show?
Oh, well, we usually send out, to start out with, we were having to go to everybody and say, hey, do you want to be played on our show? Hey, do you want to be played on our show? Now it's got to the point where people are submitting left and right, and it's kind of hard to get everybody on and keep up. So at this point, you know, 8 years later, you know, it's more of them sending them to us, which feels pretty good, you know. Makes me feel like we're doing something right.
Like.
Makes me feel like we're doing something right. But, you know, every once in a while I'll hear a band, you know, from, you know, say Kansas or something, and I'm like, wow, they're really good, you know, and I'll hit them up. There's still bands that I go after sometimes, because I still like to do my research. I'll sit there and play on Spotify, and you know, I'll go through friends of friends on Facebook looking for bands that they've liked and whatnot, and you come across some good talent, some really good talent, because I play bands all across the world, from Chile, China, as long as they're unsigned. You know, I don't want to dabble into having to pay for all these licenses and stuff like that. And plus, I'd rather keep it unsigned, because, you know, it gives them more the push that the national bands already have. So I kind of like keeping it. We did go down the road of playing national bands for a while, and we would put like unsigned bands in the middle of them, you know, but I don't know. I just felt like it took away from, you know, playing just the unsigned talent.
Oh yeah, I totally understand that. That makes sense.
Yeah. I want to give them more of a push, you know, now that we got, you know, a little following. It ain't much, but it's, you know, you get heard by 15, 20 people that's never heard of them before that will go and like the page. So
yeah, I mean, a lot of people are like, only 2 people saw my stuff. But if you think of that in aspects of, like, if those people were like actually standing in front of you, they're still people. They're like real humans that like your stuff.
oh yeah, that was
always be like, that's a real person. Like,
oh yeah, that was
they're
me
digging me.
with Black Ritual. Every time somebody would like it, I'm like, I love those 2 people, you know.
Yep.
yeah, thank you.
You have your regulars and you're like, I love you. You keep going.
right.
And that is exactly how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Yeah, Willow know what's up with that. I mean,
I do.
That's huge for a band.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, Gary,
had a lot of fun doing all that.
No, I feel you, bro. Well, look, man, we appreciate you being on the show tonight, man. I love what you're doing. I love following the stuff that you do, because like you say, you always helping out the local community. You always got everybody's back. And now with this local film company, you know, as soon as you get ready, I can see you making music videos for the local talent. And,
yeah.
You know, so, you know, we're going to definitely be pushing for that, man. We're going to be keeping up with you to make sure everything's, you know, going down the way that you like it. But, you know, I'm looking forward to this. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, man, let me just say it was a privilege to be on here, and I thank every one of you for having me.
Man, welcome.
No problem.
Bro.
It was a great conversation. Yeah, definitely.
So today. And I had such a good time talking to you.
Yeah, and it was nice meeting you. Very much nice meeting you.
Definitely, definitely. Well, look, make sure you tell Kelly that we said get better because I know he's, feeling sick. We sorry he couldn't be on here this time, but I'm sure as time keeps going on and we keep up with you, you'll be back.
Oh yeah, yes,
So
most definitely.
we'll definitely be keeping up that way. So you look, internet fan, we're gonna keep all this descriptions and links and everything that you need in order to check out Chronicle Films. So you can check out what's the name of that film again?
The Family Cabin.
Family Cabin. So make sure you go ahead and check out that little short film, The Family Cabin. Make sure you go like his page, subscribe to his YouTube. Make sure you show him some support. Just go ahead and follow him. Maybe it's not even your thing, but if you're the type of person that just likes to support, that's the type of people that we need and we love. So, go ahead and show that love and keep doing what you do. We appreciate every little thing that you do out there, everybody. So you know what? We're about to sign off. It's me, Willow, Jake, Gary for this week. We appreciate y'all, checking in and hanging out with us tonight. And so we'll be talking to you guys later. Peace out.
See ya.
All right, see y'all later.